I'm not that person. Ooh, I'm getting old. I may joke about it like that. But no, I'm getting wiser. I'm getting better. Hey guys, let's get right into this makeup because I got somewhere to go. And because this is 27 things that I've learned, birthday, November the 3rd, I decided to just share this. I want to try to make it 27 minutes. So let's see if I can get it popping that way, okay? Let's go.
Let's go.
Our Laura Mercier Lumiere foundation. I'm wearing this one today. I'm going out to dinner and this looks great in photos. One of the first things I learned, because he comes first, okay? You should know who that is. G-O to the O, G-O-O-O-O-G. God, okay? Trust him. He will never fail you, but people will. Put your trust in God. I think that it is so crazy how much trust we put in people, even people who fail us time after time after time, whether if that's a family member, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, I'm talking to whoever. I don't care what gender you are or what you believe in, you have to put God first. God has shown me time and time again, no matter how tough it gets, no matter how hard it gets, that he is always there and he has never failed me, but I can list a bunch of people who have. It is crazy to me that some people will put a man or a woman before God. Man who will leave you even if you have 10 kids and you're the most perfect woman ever, and a woman that will suck you high and dry for everything that you have and leave you in the dust when that money is no longer there or when things no longer benefit her. I go on both ends, okay? Let's go to the next one. Prepare, because you're going somewhere.
They gave a bitch 2 options, stripping or lose. Used to dance in the club right across from my school. I said dance now, don't get it confused. Had to set the record straight cause bitches love to assume. Mama couldn't give it to me, had to get it in shoes. Lord only knows how I got it in shoes. I was covered in dollars, now I'm dripping with jewels. A bitch played with my money, murder to spit in my food. Bitches hated my guts, now their story was cool. Went from making tuna sandwiches to making the news. I started speaking my mind and triple my views. Real bitch, only thing fake is the boobs. Get money, go hard, mother right. Never been a fraud in my mother life.
I think a lot of the time some people don't exactly know, but when you have a relationship with God, God can give you dreams of the future and where you're going, and it is okay to prepare where you're going in life. And you will also offend a lot of people, a lot of, who do you think you are? You think you better? When they ask, who do you think you are? State your first and last name and say, there you go. Next thing I've learned is wisdom. You can't buy this. Ain't no time for a locket on this shoe, okay? Wisdom is such a great tool to have, and you can have it at any age because wisdom is something that is given from God and only from God. Even in the Bible, there are people who pray for wisdom and mentions all kinds of things about a wise man. Even your grandmother, your grandfather always will talk about wisdom. Wisdom is such a great tool to have. I don't care how young you are. Don't let anyone discourage you. You can pray for wisdom. Wisdom will help you make better decisions. Wisdom will help you discern people much better. Wisdom will carry you throughout life. Wisdom is better than silver and gold.
Wisdom is better than silver and gold. I was hopeless, now I'm on hope road.
Pray for wisdom. I am so grateful to have wisdom. I was talking to one of my 8th grade teachers a couple months ago from the year 2008, 2009, and she was talking to me and she's like, you have a lot of wisdom. She was like, it's crazy. She was like, I don't even think when I was your age I was that wise. She was so blown away, and I have to give the credit to where the credit is due, and that credit is due to God. Okay, now let's apply this concealer. This is the Nars Creamy Concealer in Amande. Sacrifice. Oh, I've learned that you have to sacrifice. You're going to have to sacrifice. Me leaving home was not only fearful, but I had to sacrifice time and me working and going to school and just really working and perfecting my craft. I had to sacrifice a lot. I had to sacrifice being near my family. Living in LA, I had to sacrifice my space because it was just really expensive. Just did not want to pay certain prices. So I've had to sacrifice time. I've had to sacrifice things, like I've sold things to needed money, and all of it was worth it. But I've learned how to sacrifice. So when things come in the future, or even relationships, compromise and sacrifice kind of go hand in hand. So sacrifice is something that I learned. It doesn't always have to be bad. A lot of the times you sacrifice things, and God will see that, and he see that you let those things go off the trust and off the base of him, and he will come in 10 times harder. Forgiveness. Ooh. Forgiveness, I feel like it's something that we work on throughout life. I understand a lot of people, all of us, have been through a lot. Nobody is perfect, you know, especially like, you know, there's folks who did not have their parents. There's people who, you know, have just been through traumatizing, terrible, horrible life experiences. But I've learned that forgiveness is like a win-win on a two-way street. Forgiveness helps you. It releases and cleans up something on the inside. I feel like forgiveness can be like a seed, and if you let it sit for so long, it can turn into a bitter seed, and then you can start to put that on other people. You can start to reject certain things because you still have some forgiveness that you need to do within your heart. And also forgiving someone change their heart, like, man, I did this person so grimy, so dirty, and she forgave me. Like, it can actually change the person as well. So forgiving is hard. It's most definitely not an easy task, but it is something that I feel like we all should practice and work on. Sometimes when I have trouble forgiving people, I go to God like, God, please help me forgive, because it's hard to forgive. And God understands. God is so understanding. And that's what I want people to know. He's very understanding. He's not like some of the folks on this earth. He knows not everything is overnight. And these processes that we go through helps build character for the long term. And you want longevity. I picked up an eyeshadow. It's the Wet n Wild color Icon. Looks like this. Can y'all see? Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? I'm just going to use this one. This is like a drugstore palette I picked up. It's like a bronzy, like your neutrals, you know? So I'm going to be using this today because I use a lot of high-end products. I like higher-end products. That's mostly what I have and makeup lines that I've worked for. But today we're getting into some things. I'll take the first shade here. I'm going to take this shade here. I don't know if they have names. I don't think so. Ooh, Jesus the Kickback. Never give up. Never, ever, 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 ever. And never, ever, forever, ever give up.
Forever, forever, ever, forever, ever.
Do not give up. Don't give up. Also, too, a lot of the times when you have these strong desires and they don't go away, it's because God put them there. Now, we all have and have had desires that had nothing to do with us, but never give up. I would have given up. I cannot imagine where I would be in life. Don't ever give up. And if you have a dream, the dream will be tested. I saw this on Instagram the other day, and that is very, very true, because I most definitely be tested. Lord, please give me an A+. Don't give up on your dreams. When you give up, it's like giving up on God. And know one thing too, don't ever give up, because God will never give up on you. I'll just kind of give people who don't know, who are kind of new to this channel, I've always had dreams of being an actress and going off to LA, and I never gave up on that. And I went to LA, got into school, got a scholarship, and built some kind of a resume, and I'm still working at it, and I'm going to continue to work at it. I will not ever give up. And that's on God. Amen. You will struggle and suffer. Ooh, you will struggle and suffer. Now, whatever dream that you have or that you need to accomplish, please be aware. Please be aware that you are going to struggle. I'm going into a darker brown shade that's in the palette. You kind of can't see it, but I'm going into that shade and using the more fluffier brush. The struggle is real, and the suffer is most definitely real. You will struggle and suffer, and peep how you see a lot of people's stories on how bad they suffered, and you see like all this success, and I will be sharing mine down the line, just some of it. Like, you will most definitely suffer, but let me tell you this, if you're suffering hard, you got something coming. There's something in your life, because when you suffer, you ain't gonna suffer for nothing. And on top of that, a lot of the suffering that we go through does not amount to what happened to him, Jesus, on that cross. I kid you not. The pain and the suffering. And Jesus suffered. David suffered. And look at Jesus now. He sits in his glory all day, every day. Glory, glorified. And he's a whole king, a whole Lord. You suffer, I'm here to tell you that there is something great on the other side. Yes. Name of this palette, it's the color icon Call Me Sunshine. It's a 10-pan palette, and I'm pretty impressed by the finish. Take a smaller brush in that same deeper shade. Y'all know my method, and I just want to go in here a little bit. Decision making decisions. Woo, making decisions. If you may know, some people can be very indecisive and it can actually get annoying. I myself used to be very indecisive, but as I've grown older, I've gotten better at decision making, and that's also because God has blessed me with wisdom. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm perfect or anything like that and that I still can't make a poor decision, but the wisdom that I prayed for that God blessed me with most definitely helped with my decision making. I feel more confident about the decisions that I make. I'm more cautious about the decisions that I make, and most importantly, I'm more wise about the decisions that I make. You see how that just goes down the line, okay? Believing in coincidence. Oh my God. When I stopped believing in coincidences, when I tell y'all stuff got real. God really works in some mysterious ways. Like, I don't want to say crazy, but some of the stuff he does will literally leave you speechless. You'll be like, what? It will have you thinking it will have your mind blown so hard that the enemy can come in and be like, nah, that wasn't him. Nothing just happens just because it's a Tuesday and it's sunny and it just might rain. No, trust me. Stop believing in coincidences. When I stopped believing in coincidences, when I tell you I grew so fast, when I tell you my spiritual awakening came out like lightning, when I stopped believing in coincidence, stuff got real, and I began to trust God even more, and I began to even see fake people even more. Slide you off either by calling you crazy just because they can't see what you can't see. You're not supposed to. These are my eyes, not yours. Oh, girl, let them talk. Let them talk. Meaning people are going to talk about you because they're going to hate you, and you don't have to do anything but simply breathe. So therefore, let people talk. Let them talk. They talked about Jesus. They're going to talk about you. Okay? Look how they used to talk about Beyonce. They talked about her like a dog. Remember they always called her bald-headed when we were kids? Remember that? She got a freaking head full of hair. Let them talk. Let them talk. I'm going to talk regardless. And if they ain't talking, then you're not doing something correct, okay? Let them talk. But you keep going. You keep putting in that work. You keep riding it out. And you keep sticking it out. And next thing you know, they're going to be under your comments. Okay? Amen. Fall and get up again, but 7 times. You can see it's okay to fall. It's okay to mess up. Because people love to point the fingers. Am I right or am I wrong? They love to point the fingers at other people, and you need this and you need to work on that. But accept falling. Falling helps you get right back up. No man is perfect. It's okay to fall. But make sure you get back up, because it's not okay not to get back up. And we all have fallen, and we all need that strength, okay? No man is perfect. With you guys, now, God gave me a few dreams, and these people he gave me dreams about the number 11. The number 11 is, I believe it's disorder, chaos, and like judgment. So God's judgment is on these people, and y'all know when God's judgment is on somebody. I don't think I have to go too much into that. This is let you know, make the right decisions in life. Okay, do what you feel that is right. It will all fall down. Do not make grimy, ill decisions. Do not use people. Let God use people. He will gladly do it. What is your purpose in life? You have to find your purpose in life. I find it so crazy how people are willing to chase after money. And don't get me wrong, we all like money. We all need a bag, okay? Money, or a certain type of woman, or a certain type of man, but you don't even know what your purpose is in your life. That's why you see people resorting to things, because they don't really know what's for them. They don't really know what they're supposed to be doing, know what you want to do. When people don't know their purpose, they start to resort. And it takes time to find your purpose. So find your purpose. Don't be out here chasing after all the wrong things. And then on top of that, you don't know your purpose. Find your purpose in life. You were made with a purpose. Why would God create something for no apparent reason? That don't make no sense. This eyeliner on right here. And it took me time to find my purpose. I had to go through some things. But when I was finding my purpose, I wasn't in nobody else's face. I wasn't trying to keep up with this person. I wasn't worried about the next. I just did not care. Representation, it is very, very, very important. Representation is so important, and I feel like us Black people, we very much know that because we've had such a lack of representation, and I'm so happy to see more of it now. And I would like to see representation from a lot of people who don't have it, a lot of races who have a lack of that, because this one race has just taken over just so much. You represent something. Not only do you represent God, your creator, because you're the creation, but you represent your child. You represent your home city. If you like where you come from, you represent your parents. You represent your mother, your grandfather. You represent so much more. So what kind of presentation do you want to put on for the people and the God that you represent? Representation is so important. When people are so selfish, they don't really care. People don't have self-love, they don't really know. So representation is so important. Not only do I represent God, but I represent my father. My father sacrificed a lot. Not only do I represent my father, but I represent my mother, my little sister, my big sister, my brother, my future husband, my future children in the city that I come from. I'm from Chicago. I grew up on the South Side. I will never, ever, no matter how far God takes me, ever forget about the people that I grew up with, whether if they were mean or not. I can never turn my back and tilt my nose and lift my chin above the city that I came from. Because what people don't understand, because I've been around it, is that you'll have people come out of your city and they want to rep the city because the city is cool, the city is popping, the city is bomb, but they don't really want to give back. Some of them think that they are better than the folks that are in the city that they came from because of where they are now. But it all falls down. Just watch. God makes examples out of people, especially in the media, but we don't really pay attention. Pay attention and learn. I love my home, and I can't wait till the day I'm able to give back big. I know that I represent those little girls and people that come from my city. And the reason that, a part of the reason is that I don't give up is because of the city that I come from. So shout out to Chicago. Damn.
Like that. When someone comes up and says something like, I am a god, everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god. I just told you. That's who I think I am. Would it have been better if I had a song that said, I am a nigga?
Another thing too, now you do have people who live in the city that don't want to see folks win, but you also have people that are actually there that God has blessed and, brought up, or just some come ups. They don't be wanting to see other people come out their city. Okay? They be wanting to be the only one. Pay attention to people. We, the people, have the power always, and we're the ones who bring people up and make them famous. But people don't seem to understand that. When people project, don't let it bleed on you. Don't let people projection drip on you. Do not let it, because a lot of people projected on me, and I will be honest, I used to just be like tired and just like, okay, whatever. But if I would have let people in their projection come upon me, I would not be able to do all the things that I did now, and I probably would be extremely miserable. Projection is a disease. Do not let people project on you. Instead, keep doing you. You keep going. You will most likely change those people's minds and their hearts because they seen that it can be done. A lot of the times it's just their insecurities and they don't know the right way to express it and how to deal with it. When we all of us have to pick up a mirror and look inside of it and really see what's going on. But some people are very prideful and refuse otherwise. So just pray for people. A little bit of mascara. I'm using the Chanel Lavalium today. Gain more self-respect, and that's also on the way that you carry yourself. Now, I used to be a little ratchet, okay? Let's be honest here. So most definitely carry yourself with respect. Don't tolerate things from people. Ask yourself, why is it that you tolerate some of the stuff you tolerate from people? Absolutely not. When you come into my life, there is respect that needs to be given and received. But you also do the same. You respect others as well. So, but make sure that you respect yourself. And as you get older, and also as you point out things and learn things, you'll gain more self-respect for yourself. Let God point out things, and fix those things. You respect yourself, the people around you will respect you. When you respect yourself, men will come at you different. You still just have some ignorant men, but men will come at you different. Some people may even be intimidated because of the way you carry yourself, because of the respect that you have for yourself. Respect yourself and gain self-respect. Point out some of the things you need to stop doing. You're like, okay, I'm too old for this. This is not right. Gain and have more respect for yourself. Accountability, accountable, okay? A huge one here, okay? Holding yourself accountable and taking accountability. And sometimes it can be really hard. Sometimes it's not done on purpose, but it's very important because when you take accountability, that creates growth, and you've also acknowledged and identified the problem. It needs to be solved, and it helps you grow, and it helps you not carry some of the same behaviors that you carried when you were younger. Because you got some folks out here that are older and they're still carrying the same behavior that they've carried years ago, because a lot of pride will rebuke people from holding themselves accountable. And we love to scream nobody is perfect, but yet we will fail to actually hold ourselves accountable. Hold yourself accountable. And I will admit, there were times I did not see something wrong with what I did, but I had to think and I had to grow sometimes in order for me to understand it and to change the behavior or to fix the problem. So holding yourself accountable, you'll always win. And sometimes it sucks because you don't do things on purpose, and it may just be like a learned behavior or just an honest mistake. But having a lot of pride will literally drag you down. Holding yourself accountable is a part of growing, and there's nothing wrong with it, and most definitely should be applauded, okay? Shoe no longer fits, let them go, let them go, let them go. Meaning a lot of times we will keep people in our lives, and I was most definitely a person of this, because they've been around for 5, 6, 10, 20 years. And this may sound harsh, but I'm sorry, that doesn't matter to me. Yes, it's nice, it's lovely that time has been created, but you have to understand people grow, and not everybody grows for the better. Okay? Not everybody grows for the better. And you will literally hold somebody in your life All because y'all been together for a couple of years and you feel that time is wasted. Stop wasting time and asking God to show you people who they really are. So then therefore you won't be wasting all this time and holding people in your life who are going to drag you down. You may have somebody that's in domestic or verbal or physical abuse. You want to keep them in your life all because y'all been together for years, only to waste more years, only for it to go down the drain. Same with friendships. People will try to be very manipulative and be like, you don't care about the friendship. We've been friends for X amount of years. How dare you? And how dare you still carry them same behaviors? And how dare you think that you're supposed to remain my friend when you're jealous, when you're envy, when you're a backstabber, when you're trifling, all because of a few years? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I prefer a different kind of validation. Growing up, getting older, I think we've all seek some kind of validation, whether if it's from friends, parents, or social media. I don't think anybody is off limits from this. But as I've grown older and I've really got to know God and He's shown me things, I like His validation over just anybody else's, because His validation, it hits different. His validation is actually filling and it's not a temporary fulfill. You know, it's the Huda Beauty Tinture. His validation, it gives a better feeling. He has the first and last say so over all of our lives. So that's a very important validation. Shall not settle, meaning I ain't settling for nothing. Goodbye. I am not settling. Now, with that being said, does it mean that I'm like boastful or like cocky and I'm this and I'm that? No, that's not the reason that I will not settle. I will not settle is because God has shown me that I don't have to. He has shown me what people have tried to project on me and tell me that I couldn't do, I can do. And I will not settle. I went through way too much. I've suffered way too hard to settle. And also, when you learn God, you'll learn that He doesn't want you to settle either. People settle. Settle with the kind of men, the women, settle with the type of career, instead of just putting that faith and that effort and that work, and also that faith in God. Like, people will settle, and when you settle, you're never satisfied, ever. You'll never be satisfied because you settled. Also create bitterness. No one wants to be bitter, you know? Please don't settle. I don't care what nobody has to say. I don't care if they look at you and they just like, who are you? Remember I said, state your first and last name, let them know what's up. I want to be married before I have kids. I will not settle for that, and thank God for always being over me. I want a God-fearing husband, a loving husband, a husband with a good career, a tall husband, okay? 'Cause I'm a tall, thick girl. And on top of that, marriage wasn't so common in my life. I didn't go to my first wedding until I was like 25 years old. Like, I came in not only to make money and to be successful, but to break generational curses. There are things that my mother and my father did that I will not do and that I will stop in this generation. It's more about, it's generational curses. It's not just finances. And if you don't break the other ones, it can mess up all the money that you've actually worked for and earned. I will not settle. I'm not sitting here. I'm not going to be engaged for 5, 10 years. I am not dating someone for 10 to 25, 6 years. And when you know, you know. And that also goes a part of learning yourself, knowing your purpose, and getting to know yourself. When you know yourself, you know what you want. And you don't have to settle. And with that being said, of course, I'm going to put the work in on myself and on my career. I never come to someone's table with an empty plate, okay? Beauty, contour, baby. This is my favorite. My goodness, rejection became my best friend. Yes. Rejection is my best friend. I've been rejected so many times, like from school, like different auditions and things like that. But rejection has ironically kept me going. Just because I'm rejected does not mean that I will stop. A lot of the times rejection is a tool not only to build character, but to build determination. When you are determined and that rejection hits, it makes you want to get back up. I'm going to take the Airbrush bronzer by Charlotte Tilbury, shade Deep 4. Hold on. The God in you make the demons jump and them, crisscross, okay? So a lot of the times, some people will actually just really not like you. And some of that times, it's that demon that's inside of them. You know what I'm saying? Because the demons don't like anything godly. They don't like anything about God, okay? They hate him, but they have to bow down. They just like growl at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what can happen to people nowadays. Yeah, a lot of the times, like, you will literally irritate the demons that live inside of people. You know, like, this world is more than just flesh and blood. Just saying. I'm going to add in some blush. I'm just going to mix whatever I can find. Purpose in life. My purpose in life. What is your purpose in life? It's really hard to find your purpose in life, especially if you're not, you know, seeking that through God. It's very difficult, but I found my purpose in life. And I know my number one purpose is to tell folks about, you know, God and what he's done in my life. But also my purpose in life is to be inspirational. It is to entertain. I have so many different purposes, but the main purpose that we all have is God. You know, people need to hear about him. Life is hard, whether if you have money or not. The number one purpose in life, I think for us all, even if you don't have help, is the Lord. But also you have other purposes. You have an entertainment calling on your life. Do you have a doctor calling on your life? Do you have a ministry calling on your life? What is your calling on your life? Put down the phone, leave the boy alone, figure out your purpose in life. It's short, okay? One is obligated to take care of me. I've learned that, and my father always kind of taught me that as well, but he would just say it in different ways. Nobody is obligated. I feel like nowadays people are so entitled, it should be a disease. People should get checked. Like, people are so entitled, it's ridiculous. One thing I like about me is I cannot stand entitled people. I don't care if you're male or female. Max with Spruff Guilt. I cannot stand entitled people. People literally go into people's life thinking that they deserve this, they deserve that, because of either how they look or just because they just feel entitled. Entitled and envy are brothers and sisters. 9 times out of 10, someone who's entitled has some envy in them. I'm not. Nobody is obligated to take care of me. When I was 18, I didn't really care about asking my parents for anything because my parents did their job. They did what they were supposed to do. Anything after that is just from their love. Nobody's obligated to take care of me. Nobody, okay? That's it. And that's all. And that is the way I think, and that is the way I am. I don't expect nothing from nobody. I keep it pushing. Amen? I know what I want and what I can have. Just that simple. When you get older, especially, I'm going to keep putting God in here, okay? But when you learn him, like when he really sets things out for you, you really learn what you want and what you can have. Now, there are some things that just seem super unattainable, but when you learn yourself through God, he'll like reveal things to you and you learn what you can and can't have and what is obtainable. And that is why I think it's so important about building a relationship with God. I did not grow up in a church. As I've shared before, I did not have that church experience. I did not have Bible study. I learned all about him through life experience. And I'm not saying don't go to church, none of that, or any of that. I just did not have that. Huda Beauty Rich Brown Lip Contour Pencil. This is Naturally Transformed by MAC. I've used it before. It's a normal nude. Use Mario's Golden Nude. So what I did was I put that deep brown shadow on my lower lash line and just added mascara. And hold up, not me forgetting to put on my under eye liner powder. So we're gonna end this on a highlight note, okay? Be determined through the path of God, meaning keep your determination. And if you're really just seeking God and you're really praying to him, stay determined on his path, meaning things are going to get so hard, they're going to get real tough times are most definitely going to exist for whoever, no matter how much money is in your bank account. One thing I can say about me is I have a lot of determination. I'm very, very, very determined, and I go after what I want and I don't stop. And it gets tough. It gets very tough. I cannot sit here and act like it doesn't. It gets very tough. It's very, very, very hard, but I keep pushing, I keep going. About to set it with some spray. How can we not? With that being said, it's my 27th birthday, and I could not be more happier and proud of myself, and also to be blessed to turn another year. I'm not that person, ooh, I'm getting old, I may joke about it like that, but no, I'm getting wiser, I'm getting better, and I'm keep on going to the top. This video is posted, it's my birthday. November the 3rd, 1994. Yo, mama, so happy, I'm so excited. And I'm just overall so grateful for all the lessons, the failures, the trials, tribulations, and so much that I've gained. So it's only up from here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.